Ladies and gentlemen of the Natural Haircare Jury, in today's video, I'm going to show you the ingredients and products that I have stored in my 3-drawer rolly bins. Hi, I'm Healy Means. Welcome and welcome back to my channel where we judge products, not people. The top shelf and 2 top drawers include most of my Ayurvedic ingredients, clays, and essential oils. The 3rd drawer of the top shelf and the entire bottom bin include my more traditional store-bought hair products. On the top shelf, you'll see my DIY dry mixes that I have made, along with activated charcoal. Here in these purple pouches, you see one here, I have 2 more, and they are full of essential oils. This is my cleansing and conditioning mask. I have the ingredients listed here. The only thing I don't have is the calcium bentonite clay. That would be something that I would add as an individual ingredient once I actually made the mix. So the dry mix looks like this. It is a very fine powder that I did grind up in my blender just to make sure that when mixed with liquids, it'll be a more smooth texture instead of gritty. The next item I have is a Detox clay hair mask, and this has white kaolin clay, activated charcoal, calcium bentonite clay, and zeolite clay, and it looks like this. The color, of course, is due to the activated charcoal. So if I wanted to use this as a face mask, I would have the white kaolin clay, the activated charcoal, and the calcium bentonite clay. And then here is just plain activated charcoal, and it looks like this. It's a very fine powder. This can be taken internally as well as used externally. But for the purposes of this channel, everything that I show you, I only recommend it for external use. The next thing I have, as I mentioned, are these purple pouches. I have 3 of them, and they are full of essential oils. This one has some of my larger bottles. As you can see, this is rosemary, and the rest of it is just filled with the essential oils. Let's see, this one is clove, eucalyptus, lavender, lemon, another lemon, and orange. And if you notice, yes, I do put them in alphabetical order. It's the OCD in me. Some of the smaller bottles I have, this is vanilla, another vanilla. This is basil essential oil, carrot seed essential oil, which is very good for your hair, grapefruit oil. And I use this in some of my body oil mixes, sweet orange oil, another sweet orange oil, and tea tree oil. I always have tea tree oil. I am never without it. This particular bottle, I got this from Walmart. So the first drawer that you can see is full of my clays and Ayurvedic ingredients. I have larger containers, but I store them in these smaller 2-ounce jars. It's just easier to handle. I label them, and it's just easier for me to use when I'm making my DIY formulas. This one is calcium bentonite clay, and it looks like this. I have Rasul clay, and it looks like this. I have white kaolin clay. There's various colors of kaolin clay. There's pink, red, yellow, green. Right now I just have white kaolin clay. And it looks like this. When you are dispensing these powders and mixing them and using them, just be careful, because if they get in your nose or in your throat, they will make you sneeze and cough. I have activated charcoal, and you saw that in the larger container, so I just put some in a smaller container, and it looks like this. I have Aretha, and it looks like this. This is used for cleansing the hair. The Ayurvedic powders have a lot of different uses, but the majority of the way that I use them are for hair and skin and body care. Here I have ground up pink roses, and it looks like this. This is one of the ingredients in my cleansing and conditioning hair mask here. I have shikakai, and it looks like this. This is also known for its cleansing properties. Organic fenugreek seeds, and again I ground these up, and it looks like this. I have two types of French green clays. I have the dark clay, which looks like this, and then I have the light clay, and it looks like this. Here is the Zeolite Clay, which is part of my Detox Clay hair mask, and it looks like this. It almost looks like the light French green clay, but they are not the same, and they aren't exactly the same color either. Here is the sodium bentonite clay, and you see it has more of a grayer color. It is a lot more dense than calcium bentonite clay, which has kind of like a creamy beige color and is a lot lighter weight wise. I have diatomaceous earth. It looks like this. It is extremely light, and it's an extremely dusty powder, so you want to be extra careful when you're using that. I have Fuller's Earth, and this is also a very nice clay, similar to calcium and sodium bentonite clay. It has strong detoxifying properties, and it is known for pulling toxins and impurities from the skin and the hair. Here I have colloidal oatmeal, and I use that a lot for my face, more for face and body, not so much for hair, but sometimes I do. It is very conditioning and softening, and it's very mild if you have sensitive skin. This is just another Rasul clay that I showed from earlier. I filled up just a second jar. This is Bring Raj, which is one of my Ayurvedic ingredients, and I'm gonna have to refill soon. I don't know if you can see if the camera is picking up. As soon as I opened it up, like the dust, it almost looked like smoke. So you really have to be careful when you're working with these powders. And it looks like this. I have another video that kind of tells you some of the properties and uses for these various ingredients, so check out that video. I'm trying to go through this as quickly as I can because I have a lot of stuff. We're still in the first drawer, and it goes like all the way to the back, and it's full of stuff, so I want to try to go as quickly as I can. Here you just see like larger containers of the colloidal oatmeal, the white kale and clay. Here is amla, and it looks like this. This is very chunky, so I definitely grind this before I add it to a mixture. Again, I'm just looking for a smooth consistency. It helps with application and with rinsing the ingredients out. I have hibiscus flowers, again, that are dried and ground, and it looks like this. And I hope this is coming through in the camera. These are yellow mustard seeds, and I actually added the ground powder of these seeds into my hair oil. which is actually ready to use, but I won't be using it until probably 4th of July time frame. But here is what the ground yellow mustard seeds look like. Some of the ingredients I grind into a very fine powder. Some of them I just grind them to break up the hard consistency or the hard chunk of the seed or powder. I have turmeric powder, and it looks like this, very bright, and it will stain everything, so you definitely have to be careful. Here I have neem. It looks like this, and I have the neem powder, and I also have neem oil, which was also part of my hair oil formula. Here I have ground up black cumin seeds. This is where we get black seed oil from, and it looks like this. It is very potent. It has a peppery smell, and it is said to be the cure for everything except death. The oil in the seeds I use in my food, and I do take internally. This is sandalwood, and it looks like this. I have tulsi, also known as holy basil, and it looks like this. I have brahmi, and it looks like this. And if I keep going in the back, even more so. So this is just like the box of tulsi, brahmi, aretha. I showed you the colloidal and the white kaolin clay. So this is a blue clay that I use. It is very hard to find, and it's kind of on the expensive side. It's a blue clay that actually includes silver. I use this for my face mask. I have brown flax seeds, and I ground these up. I also use them whole when I am making flaxseed gel. Here is the Cassia Bovada. A lot of people kind of compare this to henna. So Cassia Bovada is said to have the same properties and benefits of henna, but just without the color change. I also have Msm Powder, and it looks like this, like a crystalline form. This stuff is very bitter. It has a high sulfur content, which is extremely beneficial to hair growth. I have Ashwagandha Powder, and I use this in hair recipes. I also take this internally. It's an adaptogen, so it helps the body to better handle stress and imbalance and really calm you down. And it's also good for stimulating hair growth. This is just one of the larger containers for the French clay, and this is the dark French clay. This is a larger container that I have of the Bringraj powder. This is a larger container of the sandalwood powder. Here is just a box container for the shikakai powder. I also have the Knox gelatin, and I use this to make DIY protein treatments. This is just the packages of the Cassia Bovada, and if you can see it, the amla powder. Here in the second drawer, as you can kind of see from the outside, I have a hot head, a couple other things, and then the other two of my essential oil purple pouches. Here is the hot head thermal hair care pack, and it has lavender spritzer. It has, I think this is a shower cap, and this is the cartoon design one. I haven't opened this one yet because I still use just that dark blue one that you've seen in a couple other of my videos. And with the hot head, it has flax seeds on the inside, so you microwave it on one side for 30 seconds, microwave it on the other side for 30 seconds. You can turn it back inside out and microwave it again for 30 seconds. And the heat is supposed to last, you know, like up to 30 minutes, but I found for myself the heat only lasts about 15 minutes, maybe 20 at the most. So I usually have to heat it up at least twice when I'm using it for my deep conditioning. Here I have just a pack of plastic caps. I think I got this from Walmart, maybe I got it from Sally Beauty. I'm not sure, but it's 15 pack. These things are very cheap, and sometimes I only can use them like one time before they stretch out and I have to throw them away, but I usually will pull them kind of taut and twist up the excess and tuck it under the cap. That makes it a little bit tighter, you know, on my head, and I'm able to use it maybe 2 or 3 times before I throw it away. Next I have a Satin Cap, and I like this one because it's the one like where you can put all your hair in and it actually hangs down, so your hair doesn't bunch up like at your nape or at the scalp. So I really like this one, and I got it from Sally Beauty for I think $2.29 with my Sally Beauty discount. Here I have a Satin Classic Do-Rag. I haven't opened this one yet because I have several other ones open. I wear these most of the time, like if I wrap my hair, and I like it because it has the strings that I can tie around and make sure that it doesn't come off while I'm sleeping at night. And here I have another of the Shampoo Capes. I have one already open, but I bought 2 because I think at the time they were on sale. I definitely got this from Sally Beauty. And this is a teal color. But I use these like when I'm doing my Afro-G protein treatment, most definitely, because it's real sticky. But if you watched the recent video I did, I found a way to use the Afro-G protein treatment where it's not so sticky and messy. And it actually smells good, so make sure you check out that video. And then here is another, so here is Peppermint Essential Oil. I have another lemon. I really like lemon because I use it also for house cleaning products, so I always have a lot of lemon on hand. And then here is a larger bottle of peppermint. In here is just various smaller size essential oils. Some of the little tabs came off, but I made these so I could see the essential oil and look at it from the top instead of having to pick them out one by one. So just a few examples. I have basil, black pepper, lemongrass, mandarin, neroli. This is Roman chamomile in jojoba oil. And then I also have immortal. This is very, very expensive. Usually when you see essential oils cut in a carrier oil and in a smaller bottle, it is because that essential oil is very expensive. I have bay, another carrot seed. This is just by a different brand. Clary sage, frankincense, jasmine, absolute, juniper berry, lemon balm, mandarin orange, myrrh, neroli, patchouli, red thyme, rose otto, sage, sandalwood, sweet fennel, Texas cedar wood, and ylang ylang. This is the 3rd purple pouch that I have full of essential oils. I have anise, bergamot, camphor, cedar wood, and this is different from the Texas cedar wood. I think this is actually Virginia cedar wood. Cinnamon cassia, and there are several different forms of cinnamon. This is just one. Another cinnamon cassia, citronella, clary sage. Clary sage and sage, it is 2 different essential oils. Clove, cypress, geranium, and this smells really, really good. Grapefruit, another grapefruit, jasmine, and this is jasmine fragrance, not jasmine essential oil. And that just means that in addition to jasmine and a carrier oil, it has other fragrances. It's something that you want to be mindful of when you are shopping for essential oils. Understand that there is a difference between essential oils and fragrances. They are not the same, and usually you can tell immediately by the price point. This is 100% pure lavender, lemon eucalyptus, lemongrass, lime, nutmeg, orange, pine needle. And again, I use my essential oils for hair products, face products, body and skin products, and also household cleaning, aromatherapy. So not just for my hair. Rosehip seed oil, another rosehip seed oil, rosemary, and here's that sage that I had compared to the clary sage a little bit earlier. Sandalwood, spearmint, tangerine, and wintergreen. Now wintergreen is very strong. It is not like your peppermint and spearmint, which are also very minty, but wintergreen will take you out. So use this in very small amounts and really know what you're doing. Not just with wintergreen, but with all essential oils. Do your research, do your homework, and really know what you're doing, because essential oils are very potent, which is why they are most always and often used with carrier oils like coconut oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, apricot kernel oil, etc. So just be really careful when you're using those essential oils. They are strong, they are potent and concentrated, and a little definitely goes a long way. These are the majority of the Ayurvedic clays and essential oils, and a few of the tools that I have in my current collection. I know this was a long one, but thank you for watching. Now going through and seeing that I have quite a few things that I haven't used in a while, I am going to go back and start mixing and matching for some new products. Here's a quick review of what I'll be showing you in the next video. Until next time, bye!